Hi guys, welcome back to day 9 of our tag flip. Today's theme is holiday cheer, and I am creating my tag to be representative of a traditional holiday party. I know that not everybody has traditional holiday parties or attends them, so feel free to modify this tag to be whatever you like. I do have things that if you haven't used them yet, this is like a musical program. That might be something that represents holiday cheer to you. A hot cocoa day, if that represents holiday cheer to you. A movie day, there's all sorts of things that could be representative of holiday cheer. But for me, a traditional holiday party is what suits me best. I don't go to a ton of holiday parties, although I do feel like this year my holiday social calendar has filled up pretty quickly. I volunteer with a lady who is in her 90s. She decorates her entire home for Christmas, and she's having a holiday open house. I just put some washi tape to block out her personal information. But I thought it was so sweet that she hand wrote these little invitations to everybody. So I wanted to make sure that I did a tag that was sort of representative of her little open house and a place where I can keep this little handwritten note from Flo. So I am going to use the vintage coaster that I provided in the kit, and I'm going to create like a little flap on the back to house my little handwritten note. And then on the front, I plan on using my number, my sentiment, an image of a cocktail napkin. I have this size down image of a vintage coaster, which I think I'm going to place onto this tag. I have this come to our Christmas party graphic that was on your sheet. So I'm going to be using all of those. These are the things that I'm using that were not included, but that I have received. I received these vintage drink recipe cards, which are so sweet. So I'm going to poke a hole on those or punch a hole in those and just tag those right on the ring. And then I received this sticker. This little lady looks like she's carrying a hostess gift, so I'm going to utilize her and a piece of scrap paper that I received in an exchange. I am also going to try and incorporate this paper rosette. Girly has been making these or made these at the beginning of her Christmas journal club. I just think they're really sweet. I've been making a ton of them, so I'm going to incorporate this one. I'm going to start with the back of my tag since I'm going to make this into like a flap that I can stick my little invitation in. So I am going to do something like that. Again, I have my trusty hot glue gun out always, right? I feel like I've used that so much with this series, this project, partly because I'm doing it in real time on camera. And so I like how it dries really fast and I don't have any like time that I have to wait for it to dry. I'm gonna offset this a little bit. Oh no. I am going to trim this. So then this is the pocket from on the back side. Oh, that's cute. And so then Flo's little handwritten note is going to be on the back of my tag like that, so I can keep it. I like that. I kind of like that just as is. It'd be really cute on the front as well. Okay, now on to the front of the tag. I am just gluing this decorative piece of paper just as a background. It's going to be covered up with all kinds of goodies, so it doesn't have to be perfect. That's one thing I love about this craft and just junk journaling in particular is, you know, nothing has to be super perfect. And I really like that. I really do. Okay, I'm going to offset this again a little bit. Is that where I had that? Yeah. I love collecting vintage napkins when I see them, cocktail napkins, coasters. I think we all do. It's just one of those things that's like fun to see when you find them. It's, I don't know, there's something about finding them, especially if they're new. Oh my God. Like, it's very fun. All right, let's place her. I'm gonna put her towards the bottom. I wonder what's in her basket of goodies. I guess we'll never know. All right, and we are on day 9. I'm going to put this here and this on top of that. Yeah. Okay. Again, a little hot glue on my paper. I love making these paper pinwheels. I have made a lot of them for package toppers. I just think they're really sweet. And they're really simple. So I encourage you to go on over and check out Girly's tutorial. She does a lot of fun things. Obviously, like, her style and my style are definitely different, but she does a lot of really cute things with hers. Okay. I'm gonna put that on there. Holiday cheer at the bottom. This little lady is bringing it. And then I'm going to add the 3-dimensional items at the top of this. I cut this down. There's a red line. I'm not sure if you can see that. I cut around that part. There was a green line, I believe. So I cut it down like a little smaller to the red line. Oh, that's cute. And I like how this is a vintage coaster image. Like, it's an image of a vintage coaster. So it still has that callback to a traditional holiday party, but like, you don't necessarily know that that is what that image is. And I think that's really fun. I love things like that. All right, and then my paper rosette. I believe Girly put hers on some straws, like some paper straws, and like chucked them in her journal. I've been just adding them to the page. Oh, that one came together so quickly. I love this. This might be one of my favorite ones. And again, I have this little flap back here. So when all is said and done, this is going to be displayed on my tag ring with my little note, my little handwritten note, and I'm going to punch holes and with my little cocktail cards. All right, guys, well, that was day 9 for holiday cheer. Tomorrow we are on to day 10, which is, I believe, wrapping gifts, which is going to be a fun one. And then day 11 and 12 are actually Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And so I am going to go ahead and get those started and post the videos of them. However, they will not be finished until my Christmas holiday season is over. So I will show you part of it, but we'll be on our own then for the rest of days 11 and 12. Okay, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.